What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So it isn't. Bro, I can't speak. Anyways, crazy shit. Because it's almost New Year's, you know what I mean? Because it's like, what, 7 p.m. or so for me right now. And that's so crazy. Um, yeah, because planning to hang out with a friend basically. Or like, yeah, I'm planning to hang out with a friend first, and then later we're gonna go with probably many people like into town where there. Whoa, what the fuck was that? My bad. And then we're gonna go into town where there's gonna be like a countdown or whatever. Well, just a bunch of people basically from uni and a bunch of people just from Jib in general. Um, and that's what's gonna be up. I'm gonna check it out because obviously it's my first time in this country, my first year in this country. So we'll see. And this is actually the first time think I've spent New Year's just with friends, because usually it was always with family. So I guess in this sense it's quite special. Even though I am a I don't understand all these I don't understand, for example, New Year's. Like the whole celebration about it and fun, all of that. I just don't understand. Because honestly for me every day is just another day. Like even my birthday. I don't understand the celebration. Because it's just another day, you know what I mean? Don't be fucking nice to me on one day of the fun year and be like, yeah, haha, we're so good. We got such a good relationship. But treat me good always. Or like as often as possible, because always is always, possible, which is alright. But like treat me good always and not fucking, just on one day of the year and then be like fake and all that. I don't know, just birthdays feel very fake. New Year's I just don't understand because like again, it's just another day. Um like, okay, it's a new year. Now what? Like, what? I genuinely don't, like, it's so bizarre in my mind. Um, and it's such a, I just don't understand, all right? And no one, like, there's yet to be someone who has explained it to me what is actually, they're like, oh, it's a new year. Like, all right, what? Like, what? I don't know. I haven't heard a valid explanation yet. So, yeah, that's what's up. But I have to say, I feel like life is getting better again. Because obviously, as I said before, I was fucking deep down in dark end. But I feel like honestly, my spark is getting me. I feel like I'm gonna lock in again very soon, which is very funny because I don't like the fact that it correlates with it almost being a new year. Like I don't think obviously tomorrow I'm fucking gonna lock in or whatever. Especially depending on when I'll sleep, and especially because everything will be closed tomorrow, so I can't even go to the gym. But like what I mean is like I dislike that it correlates because usually people uh with New Year's resolutions, they have like the spark for a certain period of time, and then it just disappears, and then it's like they're going back to their fucked up lifestyle, or they don't even start. Um, so like that's a bit annoying. Um, but since I know myself, I don't think it's like I've been grinding for almost 3 years now, with the exception for the last, let's say, half a year or so, because again, I was on a boat for 2 months that just literally had no free time. Then I had to deal with the consequences of no sleep, no food, basically. Not no, but very little sleep, very little food. That like I had to live with the consequences of being on that boat, right? While at the same time moving in a new country, living in my own space, making new friends, starting a new chapter of my life, right? Um, so yeah. Um, Anyways, I wrote some little down yesterday, which is really interesting. Because I thought of also doing this thing, right? Where like I thought I'm going like sometime when, like, not today, obviously not tomorrow because the stores are closed, but like in the next week, hopefully, probably I'll go into town at some point and get a jar, like a big jar, And I want to also get a piece of paper, and I just want to be like, whenever I do something I'm proud of, I just want to write that down and put it in the jar, and then just open that shit whenever. Right? I explained that yesterday, but yes, bro, yesterday 2 hours, and I could have talked more. That's crazy. I've never done that in my whole life. Like, damn, boy. Because I mean, obviously I did journal for a month, so genuinely I probably could have talked for multiple hours. So, um, yeah. Anyways, so what I did yesterday? Where the hell is that? Oh, here, 2026. And I wrote things that I want to do, or and also things like, honestly, it's not like I wrote down goals in that sense, but it was more of actions, behaviors that I want to do. And as always, I don't know if you've heard of it, but I've heard it countless times. Write it in a way that you've already achieved it. Like, don't write, oh, I don't know, in 6 months I will be making so much money. In 6 months I'll be having this physique. No, no, no. Write it in the present tense. Like, I bench so and so much, or I make so and so much money. You know what I mean? Because I didn't write down goals because that feels too like lined up with the New Year's resolutions, right? Um, and I honestly doubt my intention if my intentions are gonna be as pure as if I just make them on another day, like just on a normal day. Like, let's say if on a fucking, I don't know, 2nd of February, bro, or on the 13th of January. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be different than if I literally make it the day before New Year's or on New Year's Day. That feels a bit. You know what I mean? So also I do have, like, it's not like I don't have already have goals, right? So yeah. Anyways, did I tell you guys about the fact that a friend invited me and another friend to go to Mont Blanc in June? Right, and so he was like, "All right." The thing. Oh my god. The thing is, all right. His sources are, I believe, Insta reels, and just, I don't know about any actual research, but he said we gotta strive for like 1.2K, and like estimates of how much the equipment would cost, right? 1.2K, which is also hilarious because two of us are unemployed. One guy is gonna start working in January, and we're all students and all that. It's kind of funny because it's always the unemployed who do the cool stuff, which is also a big reason why I love being unemployed. Um, and also unemployment is just so much fun because, like, bro, first of all, you're freer. Second of all, a job is not the only way to get money. You know what I mean? Type shit. Yeah, but I basically wrote down things in the present tense, also because my habits have been slacking, right, in the last half a year. Although they have been getting a lot better again since Budapest, like, or in the last few weeks. Like, the exercise has been getting a lot better in the last month or two. In the last month, let's say. Reading has been getting really good over the Budapest trip. And it's gonna get better soon, I know. Journaling, I haven't done it in a month because I, again, felt terrible, like, genuinely fun. Wanted to dirk my schmirk. Um, yeah, so that, and I wanna, there's also, like, not just habits or whatever that I wanna do, but also, like, action, or, like, like, for example, I express gratitude every day, or um obviously when I say every day, it's not gonna be like every day, because, like, I'm gonna be sick, I'm gonna be fucking fucked up or whatever, you know what I mean? um but obviously I try to every day, as long as it's, like, possible, as long as, like, obviously, how can I fucking do something when I have fucking fever or something, right? Or, you never know. Life is crazy, all right? Or things like, um, I speak the truth and nothing but the truth in every way. Because, like, also in the fucking way of just really anything. I said this yesterday, but like lies are so common in our society right now, in our culture right now. They're like, it's insane. It goes from anything, like from something as small as how are you to when big events, you know what I mean? But like people just lie for fun. And it's like so fucked up because also like I'm a man, right? I see myself as a man, even though which is also a little bit confusing in my mind. I'm 19, right? I'm turning 20 in April, which is insane because in my mind I have long been a man. Because you see, like a man, if you think about it, what is a man? All right. Well, there's a few things that like characterize a man. You know that he's fucking responsible. That his word is gold. Like his word is his honor. You know what I mean? He has to keep that shit. Um, and he doesn't. You know that he's fucking the since I'm very traditional, right? The provider. Honestly, I don't even care about the provider. Like my girl can make more money than me, but like, um, it's the thing of just how do I explain this, bro? I feel like I'm at a loss of words right now. Anyways, everyone has their own perceptions of what being a man is, right? And especially like when I look around at all these official adults and everyone, everyone who's turning 18 or whatever, they're like, I'm an adult, I'm a man now, or whatever. Or, bro, or these, I don't know, even younger than 18, or even the ones that are in their mid 20s calling themselves men, but then fucking, I don't see any quality of, I see boys, you know what I mean? A lot, not just in men, a lot of adults are grown kids. It's as simple as that. Like, it's insane. Sometimes even I feel like kids are more responsible than fucking adults that call themselves, men or women. Like it's insane how ridiculously weak humans have gotten. I mean, we can kind of trace back to. It reminds me of the cycle. Hard times create strong men create weak times create. No, wait. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men create hard times, right? That cycle. Which it makes absolute logical sense. And obviously we're in a very like in the good times and men are weak and rough times are being created, or maybe we're still in the good times create soft men. Yeah. And I don't know what phase we're in, but like we're definitely not in the hard times right now. Like at least not in the. I mean, if you're able to watch this video, you're probably not in the hard times. Obviously, it depends. Like in the country, like it depends on the country you're living in and all that. But like, I'm not living in it. Like I have it pretty fucking good. You know what I mean? I have it pretty fucking good, and obviously I know that, and especially like in compare, not just like right now in comparison to other people in the world, but also like 100 years ago. You know what I mean? Or 50 years ago, like a few generation or one or two generations ago, life was so much different. And even if I had the same, let's say, financial outlook, life would have been so much different. Just also like human interactions, opportunities, really everything. I mean, obviously, right? So yeah, that I say things like that, or I challenge myself and do uncomfortable things like the fucking Mont Blanc thing. I want to go. That's also so crazy, bro. He's like, that's a safe first, hike and shit, and he wants to go when it's nice and all that, and I'm like, let's go when it's fucking storming, cause that's gonna be cool. Imagine how actually cool it is if you say the first time you went hiking was completely fucked up. It was fucking storming and everything. Bro, that's so goated, you know what I mean? I love a good challenge. And I love pushing myself to the limits, you know what I mean? It's so cool. And doing like cool shit, it's just great. It's also, I'd say one aspect of being a good man, honestly, is like being comfortable with the uncomfortable or seeking the uncomfortable. which again many people are not doing because they have no desire for improvement, I guess, or just escaping. I don't know, bro. I don't know why people do what they do. I just know that they do, and I know that I used to do it as well, but I changed for the better. And yeah, basically, I see myself as a man. Um, Obviously, that doesn't mean that I'm fin. I don't know, you know what I mean, but because I'm also just goofy sometimes, and I'm also like acting like a kid sometimes. But like overall, if there's the necessity of me being a man, or even if there's not a necessity, but if there's like I'd rather be a man than be a fucking boy. Um, I don't know how to say this, man, but I hope you're getting something, man. Hope you're getting that. If not, that's alright too. You can always ask though. Always ask though, because questions enable something. Especially like I notice, especially with myself, but also like in in general, people. Questions enable things. Like questions enable knowledge. Like sometimes, like I notice this extremely because I have so much of my knowledge is in my subconsciousness, and I know that. All right. Now, the way to get access to that is if you ask me questions, or sometimes it just randomly happens, right? But like most of the time, it's gonna be like you have to ask me a question, and then you're gonna get fucking gold out of me. You know what I mean? Because like, you know what I mean. So that's what's up. What else did I want to say? There was something that popped into my mind just now. I forgot it. That's all right. Um, right, or something as simple as also if something is not 100% a yes, then it's a no. Then don't make the choice. Then I don't make the choice. Going back to the fucking things that I wrote down, because like I've noticed that a few times that what the hell's going on with the brightness of this? Oh my god. Um, let's say I'm being pursued. Like I'm not sure if I want to do something, and then I end up doing it because I'm like, oh, but like sometimes it wasn't bad, but it's much better to be like yes, you know what I mean? Like the choices that you make where you're like 100% yes. Like in general, I don't want to make choices that are not aligning with me because like that are just purely based on other. I think I wrote this down actually. Oh, or maybe I changed that to this because it's kind of like when like I don't want to make decisions based on what others want or what are others. I don't want to make decisions based on others when it doesn't align with me. So, for example, like um, what's an example for this? I don't know, but basically, if it doesn't 100% align with me, I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I don't want to. I don't want to change the way that I am. I want to, because I said this yesterday already, but basically, people are not gonna be in your life forever, and you're not gonna live forever. And so, like, if you look back upon it at one point, it doesn't matter if it's when you're, I don't know, in 20 years, 10 years, or even literally in a few months, and you look back and you're like, damn, I went against myself. Like, it's always better to trust your gut to believe in your choice than it is to believe in others' choices. Like especially when they're like, the thing is, I'm also very intuitive and I'm also very observant and analytical, and perceptive. So like, when I feel like the choice is not good, there's always a reason for it, even if I don't consciously know it. Like, there's gonna be like I'm just like if a friend tells me, bro, I've got a way to make 1K, and like the friend is a fucking I don't know drug dealer, then I'm obviously like that one's obvious, right? But I don't know if it's I don't know how to explain this, but I'm very intuitive, very perceptive, very like my subconsciousness. It's all in my subconsciousness, bro. I'm literally my subconsciousness is great and it's insane, and yours is too. But bro, you just you don't. I don't know. People are so not like, bro. I'm actually low. Like even I think I'm low key crazy for having such insane trust in my subconsciousness. Um, like, bro. So I can't even imagine what people who don't trust their subconsciousness at all, or you know what I mean, like who think they make every choice consciously, or people who are not aware. You know what I mean? Like I cannot understand at all how crazy it must seem to them. But it's cool. Like I don't care how crazy it must seem because thanks for the compliment, I guess. Anyways, I don't want to talk anymore, so I'm gonna end this video now. Bye bye.